to another episode of Financial Freeway. My name is Dave, and I'm the man rocking the Ray-Bans. Thanks so much for checking out the video, stopping by. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. And also hit the like button, you know? Give me a thumbs up. That always helps and it's nice. Today I wanted to talk about the unfortunate thing if you are going to be moving towards a life of abundance from where you are right now. Say you're not actually in that situation where you're living a life of abundance and success. There is something unfortunate that no one ever talks about with regards to climbing and becoming more successful in life. And that is, you're gonna have to kill the guy or the person you used to be in order to get to that next level. And when you're trying to get to a new level, and this was regards diet and exercise, becoming sober, anything like that, you have to change. You have to destroy the person you used to be and become someone else. You have to change yourself on a very fundamental level. And the unfortunate thing about that is when that happens, your friends and your family, everyone around you, the people who identify not just you, but parts of themselves with who you used to be, will try and sabotage your growth. And it's not because they don't want you to be successful. What they want you to do is they want you to win the lottery so you don't have to change anything about yourself. But the reality is that you have a better chance of being hit by and killed by a meteorite than you do of winning the lottery. So that's a not really great little strategy, is to, I've talked before about that. But the people in your life that know and love you are going to try and hold you back from that growth and that transformation because they don't want to lose you. And that is, they don't want to lose that part of their life. You have a best friend, you have siblings, dare I say even a spouse. They will do little things to try and keep you exactly where you are because that is a huge part of their identity. And if you grow and become something different, it's like strapping a rocket on your back and going to a different planet. You are going to leave them. And you, unfortunately, the reality, and no one ever talks about this, but you have to. You have to, if you're going to transform your life and go from being say a guy who smokes weed all the time, you're gonna stop associating with people who smoke weed all the time. And that's just the reality of it. It sucks because there's so much more of your relationships that are tied up with your friends. It's not just about smoking weed, or if you're trying to become sober, it's not just the drinking. There's so many other things. You've actually bonded and become great people, but that crucial element is going to hold you back from your growth in whatever aspect we're talking about here. So you're gonna have to let those people go. You're gonna have to let your old self go, is really what it comes down to. You're gonna have to transform in a way that allows you, that opens you up to the idea of transforming your mind, your attitude, your habits, your actions, your thoughts, your words. Everything is going to have to be changing in order for you to get to the next level of success. And that's not an easy process. It's I've often said, and I stand by this, transition is the hardest part of life. Being alive is great. Being dead doesn't matter. It's going from live to dead that sucks. It's the dying part that sucks. Going through this is the same as that sort of transition. And it's not, and I'm not trying to be overly dramatic here, but I've known it myself when I try and talk to people about different concepts and ideas, especially in my group. They laugh. They think it's laughable when I talk about how, no, anyone can own real estate. Anyone can do it. It takes energy and effort. And yes, it's not as easy as it was 30 years ago, but it still is possible. And when my friends and my close friends laugh at those kind of ideas, and so when I talk about concepts like, no, it's not true, it's not real, they'll do anything to dismiss the path that I'm laid out before them, because then they will have to accept that they can change and they can transform, but they're choosing not to. And that's a really hard thing for people to do. This is a reality check for you. If you are, and I said this to someone recently, if I drew a line on the floor, and that's all it was, all I said was, here's a line on the floor, and you want to be successful, all you need to do is cross that line. The caveat is, once you cross that line, you can't go back. Your old life is over. That's the part where most people have a real problem with. Most people, yes, people are lazy and they don't want to do the extra work. I get that. I understand that. That is part of the problem with people becoming success. Yes, people are arrogant and believe that they're too good for some of this stuff. That is part of it. But a big part is realizing that they have to transform themselves and change who they are, and possibly change the people in their lives and the life that they have created. Unfortunately, if the life you've created isn't the one you want, you're gonna have a lot of things are gonna get caught in the crossfire, and one of those things is unfortunately relationships. A lot of relationships will take they will be the casualties in this a battle for your growth and your success. Anyways, folks, thanks so much for listening. Remember that growth is a process, and there are things that you are gonna have to sacrifice, but at the end of the day, so worth it. So worth it. I've never met someone who transformed into a person who had a life of abundance and was upset about it. You are gonna have to leave some things on the field, but for the most part, you're gonna have an amazing life, and it's gonna be so worth all the extra effort you have to put into it and the things that you have to sacrifice. Thanks so much for listening, guys. Like I said before, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and the most important thing of all, share. Share this information with everyone, because that's what we're trying to do. Trying to spread the good word and get everyone to live a life of abundance, and let them know that is their choice. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for stopping by. God bless.